Fifth dimension, Aquarius I am. We in the Aquarius age for the next 2,000 years, you dig?
Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time.
I want to free your mind by helping you understand the zodiac signs. That's right, you're live with Aquaman in the zodiac zone where the cosmos is your home. I'm your very own Anpu, the real urban guru, coming through on the mothership. So let's open up your cosmic memory bank and swing down to earth with a shit stain. Hey, peace. Welcome to Hip Hop Astrology TV, man. I'm your host, Anpu, the real urban guru, as I say, Aquaman, aka Star God, aka Astro Daddy. Hey, I had a hip hop artist who y'all all love. She called me Astro Daddy one time. I may have to roll with that. But anyway, welcome to a special broadcast. Listen, today we're gonna get into Usher Raymond, and it's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to introduce you to a concept that only us in the inside of this particular craft is going to explain to you, show you the accuracy of it. And most importantly, man, you can always go and Google search what we talk about, and you can start to define this stuff to see if it match up and get you started on this journey. So listen, before we get started, go to theimaginationguru.com. Minister Jew, my brother, the Prime Minister, is putting on a special webinar. All right, he's putting on this webinar, programming your inner space. All right, the keys to self-realization. Listen, I'm gonna ask the question. My famous question is, if you do not know how your own brain works, a basic function of it, can you say you are in control of yourself? Can you say you know thyself? Can you say you're really on a journey to higher consciousness? That's the question. All right, listen, get over to theimaginationguru.com. Go to the shop tab, go to webinars, get in this webinar, because listen, the questions that come up from the participants, we always get into some extra goodies. And guess what? If you got a question, you'll be able to ask us a question direct. All right. We're going to show you visual proof of the things that we talk about. So you want to get in this webinar. Again, theimaginationguru.com. All right. August the 20th, I'm up, Kitty Karma, removing negative energy before it starts. Woo-wee! This got something to do with Usher. We're talking about, I am going to look at Usher's birth chart at the time he was born and see if we can see sexual transmitted disease or sexual scandal surrounded by him based off of his time of birth, fresh out the womb. It's where we're going to time travel back to the day he was born. Okay. So you want to get into this webinar, Kitty Karma, removing negative energy before it starts. Listen, first 10, only got a few slots left. First for probably about 5 more. First 5 people the next 5 people who come in, you'll get the webinar absolutely free. Okay. I'm sorry, you get in the webinar and I give you a reading for free inside of the webinar. That way I can help educate the audience. Okay. But listen, I will give you the webinar free. All right. Because if you go for that solar lunar eclipse special, the one I'm giving you at the super duper crackhead price, and I'm going to show you how Usher Raymond fits into the eclipse zone, I'll give you the webinar free if you take this reading, the special eclipse special that I'm giving you. You take this reading before August the 1st. I'll put you in the webinar for free. Okay. So I'm going to show you this. All right. In fact, we can get this party started, and we're going to get it started right after the break.
Are you plagued by trauma, abandonment, or abuse? The Imagination Guru has helped thousands just like you overcome emotional memories that prevent you from happiness and success using the power of your mind. Overcome your trauma, overcome your abandonment, overcome your abuse by first making the decision right now to call the Imagination Guru at 1-877-345-3797 and live the life you deserve.
Peace, this is Shantae. I want to say tell you how much I love 12 Love Fund. I've gotten my bills paid many times. I've helped other people get their bills paid. I love it. It always comes at the right time, and I would tell anybody and everybody to at least try it, because it works.
Okay, so listen up, man. Listen up. Usher is in the news today. They're talking about, Usher paid out $1.1 million from something that happened in the past, a few years ago, that he gave a girl herpes. Okay. Now, let's just get straight into it, man. His birthday is October 14th, 1978. I'm going to show you the birth chart version of the science that I deal with. I have one arrow, and this arrow is pointing to the sun and Pluto were both appearing in the Libra constellation very, very close to each other. Very close to each other, okay? Now, let's look at a definition for Pluto. Because Pluto rules sex, you see that? An arrow pointing to it. And it also rules sewers and manipulation and destruction and purge. And it's a very nasty type of energy, although it rules sex. It can be a very nasty type of energy. This is, again, sewers. Sewers stink. It carries, crap, right? And so this is, to a degree, Pluto could represent, and does, it represents the dirty sexual aspect of your own psychology. Understand that, okay? So at the time of his birth, when we look at the astronomical side of it, we see that the sun and the red cursor, which is Pluto, so far away, are in a direct, straight line with one another. You saw it in the birth chart being next to each other. But if we take it outside of the chart and look at the heavens, they were in the straight alignment with one another, conjoined in this straight line. This is known as a conjunction. So that nasty sexual energy is in a straight alignment with the sun. And the sun always represents who you are as a person. It's your zodiac sign. Okay? This is a fact. All right? So now let's look back at a chart. I want to introduce you to a concept called secondary progressions. In the theory, and it's not really a theory, the law of it works like this. When Usher was born, the sun was in Libra because he was born on October the 14th. Facts, okay? And the sun was at 20 degrees Libra when he was born. So let's just say when October the 14th came around on his first birthday, the sun would appear to be at 20 degrees Libra. But Usher is turning 1 year old. Well, the solar system progresses with you, and the sun say, you know what? I'm going to progress up to 21 degrees. So every time Usher and anybody physically turns 1 year older on their birthday, the sun progresses 1 degree. So it's like the solar system is matching your physical growth. Okay? I know it may sound crazy to some, but just look into it. Okay? This is a very well-known technique. Listen, let me say this. My friends, the astronomers, and when you get into higher branches of mathematics, there is something called imaginary numbers, and it is very real. Science has never, ever, not one time seen the electron, but yet they know it is there. Okay? So if this stuff is kind of throwing you off and spooking you out, just bear with it and grow inside of it. You will get it. Okay? So if we look at the sun's position on Usher's progress chart, where he is at right now in his life, not where he was born. The progression is a mirror of who you are right now. Although you forever carry the natural imprints of the cosmic energy of who you were and are when you were born. But when you were a little kid, you don't do the same things you do right now, but yet you're still the same person. This is the exact same concept, but from the cosmic level, showing you how to work it. So based off the laws of progression, Usher is a 29-degree Scorpio. Interesting. Because 29 degrees is a critical degree. Because this is the last degree of any zodiac sign. All zodiac signs starts at 0 and they end at 29. And when they're at 29, this is extreme. Think of it like degrees, like 1 degree, 2 degrees is higher or hotter than 1, and so forth. So when you get to 29, you're representing the completion of a cycle. Scorpio rules sex and secrets. Interesting that when the sun, by progression, gets to this critical degree of 29, there's sexual secrets coming out. Okay? Now, you can see his progressed sun at the top arrow. Let's move to the right arrow. In the green, the planet Mercury, which is news, communication, right now in the sky, today, is approximately 21 degrees Leo. Facts. That's what Mercury is, the messenger god right now in the sky. Astronomical fact, as I say. But I have an arrow pointing to the progressed moon. The moon is about 24 degrees Leo by progression. Okay? So when we're calculating the moon for Usher's progression, its laws move differently. Okay, about 13 degrees per year. His moon is now inside of the Leo constellation by progression. But notice that 24 degrees Leo is right by 21 degrees Mercury. So theoretically speaking, the moon is right next to Mercury by progression in front of the Leo constellation. This is a fact. What have I been telling you? I have been, of these new series of videos, I have been showing you, you need to get the eclipse reading. Why? Because on August the 21st, where is the eclipse going to take place at? It is going to take place at the exact same region of space in front of the Leo constellation that Usher Raymond has the moon, which is a feminine person, right? Where the moon is at. In this moon placement from Leo to Scorpio squares each other. A square represents a 90-degree angle. They're about 3 zodiac signs away. Okay? So the eclipse is coming in at 28 degrees Leo on August the 21st. Usher has the moon here, a feminine energy. Leo is romance, okay, and charm. But this square Scorpio, critical Scorpio, 29 degrees, sexual secrets. So when the eclipse come, and look at this, I want y'all to pay close attention to this. The eclipse has not even came yet, but I keep telling you, it's like a storm. The winds of a hurricane you can feel before the eye of the storm, and the rain, you can feel those things before the eye of the storm is directly over you. The mere fact that the eclipse is on the way, it's only a month away, and is going to take place in this region of space, you're going to be activated now if you have energies in these regions of space. You don't have to be a Leo. Usher is not a Leo, but by progression, he has something there. And also by progression, his sun is squaring to the degree, 1 degree off technically, is squaring where this eclipse is going to take place. An eclipse represents a covering. Something's being clipped off, or something is about to, something that you tried to cover up is now being exposed, because the moon is going to go in front of the sun just for a little bit, and then it's going to be more light again. You understand how this works? If not, call me. All right? Call me. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Listen, self-activation workbook, man. Know yourself. Know yourself and how these cosmos works, because it's just a mirror of you. All right? So you can call me if you have a question. 267-403-4078. Peace.
Prophecy is what we all have to go by now.